When it comes to building PCs, I love small. Smaller is the better, so the Mini ITX form factor is my absolute favorite. The downside with building Mini ITX is that once you get below 10 liters in size, the costs skyrocket, and there's really not a budget build under 10 liters. However, that is until I came across this, the Geeek A50 Mini ITX case. $100. So this is by far, if you look at price-wise, very, very small. Now if you're looking at the sides here, this is the first thing you'll notice is, hey, why do I have a frosted look on this side and a clear look over on this side? Well, first of all, I wanted the glass on this side because, as you can see, I got a Vega Frontier Edition GPU in here. And as far as I'm concerned, the Vega Frontier is like the sexiest GPU. The second thing is, when it ships, the plastic has this film on the outside of it. It's a plastic sheet, but it's really adhered. The actual hardest thing about this build was peeling off the adhered plastic to the outside of this, protective plastic sheet. But I found if you don't take it off, there's one on each side. I peeled off the inside plastic, but on the outside, it's kind of got this nice frosted look. And so I'm sticking with that for now because, I don't know, to be honest, this side doesn't look as good internally. My fan's missing a blade, it's kind of sloppy cable management, but if I ever want to make it clear, I can just peel that film off, and then I can have it looking like this. So let's talk about the build. So it is, as I mentioned, entirely plastic. Which means, the good news is that it comes in a very small box actually. So that's nice for shipping. So it's small box, it really is lightweight, which is nice. But it is all plastic, which means the build quality is not the greatest. Now it's not going to fall apart by any means. I mean, you can, actually I wouldn't do that if I were you. So you can move it around, you can play with it. It's not going to break. It is plastic, but it's built well. The second thing I'd say with building this is you really have to use M.2 drives in here. It does have spots you can kind of fit some SATA drives in, but that takes up where the fans would go. Because yes, this case can actually hold 2 fans. You got one on the top, and then you can get one there on the bottom. Also, if you're not using SSDs, make sure you don't put in the SSD bracket. And it's step 2 through the build. So you see that and you're like, oh, maybe it's necessary for the end result. I can tell you for a fact it is not. It just makes building this even harder. Because yes, this here is the hardest case I have ever had to build in. So don't put in those brackets for the SSDs, use M.2s. And your top fan, make sure you put that in right away. Don't wait later on to put in specifically your top fan. Final thoughts, for $100, I don't necessarily think you can go wrong if you want the smallest possible build for your desk. You also pay the premium for this size, because even though it's slightly larger than the other premium computer builds, it's tiny. It really is small, and you can show off some awesomeness. I don't know what else to say. It's an awesome case. You need a small case, you got $100, go for it. I mean, seriously, just don't use SSDs. I don't know why I'm holding on my shoulder. I'm rambling. Okay. Get it if you want it. Look at that.